What's up, LA Live Gang? This is your boy AC. Welcome. I told you guys I'll be back, and welcome to a special post game edition of LA Sports Live. As you guys come to the video, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. We got to get the notifications out. So if you guys come into the video, if you're watching the video, hit the like button so we can get YouTube to send those notifications out. Anyway, it helps the channel, and I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, if you just found me, go ahead and subscribe. And while you're at it, make sure you hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every day when I drop new videos here on YouTube. Well, the Lakers lose tonight, 121-114. I was hoping I didn't have to do this. I was hoping I didn't have to say this. It's official panic time. And I'm going to tell you why. Several reasons. Several different observations from the game tonight. I got a little bit of notes. I'll talk for a little bit and I'm going to get on. This team is lost, and it's lost its identity on the defensive side. I don't quite know what's going on. A little while ago, right after the game, I was talking to my partner, Big C, and all throughout this whole season, the Lakers have had problems, man, protecting the paint. Just being a reoccurring problem, the whole season, really. And that is the reason why the Lakers acquired Andre Drummond. But as Big C pointed out earlier today, shit, it ain't got no better. In fact, it's probably gotten worse since Andre Drummond's arrival. And on top of that, my man Cliff, if you're listening, he's a Clippers fan. Yeah, you told me that I was going to understand. My buddy, he's a Clipper fan, but he told me that you're going to understand why the Clippers got rid of Montrez. I like him, but he has shortcomings. He's not a center. Period. Anyway, I don't want to talk about Montrez because he's played well, and he's done what he's with the skill set that he's had. He's done exactly as advertised. But there's other deficiencies that he has that are definitely as advertised. And now that we've seen it for a whole season, they're glaring. Anyway, let me tell you guys one thing hold on, guys. One thing I observed. I guess we're gonna talk about let's talk about the team's two superstars. Anthony Davis. You guys remember when AD was out, and he was super helpful. He turned into the assistant coach, and he was talking to everybody, pointing things out, whatever. AD has made his return, and he's frustrated. He sees the team has issues, but his body language while he's on the floor, he's playing, and his teammates have blown defensive assignments, and just fucking up, just making mistakes. His body language is really shitty. He needs to cut that out. He wants to call himself one of the pseudo leaders of this team. He needs to really improve on his body language, man. Overall, this situation, if anything, it'll get worse before it gets better. But he, like I said, as a leader of this team, he needs to fix his body language, man. That ain't gonna get it. Now, I'm live now, so I don't know what's being said right now, but I did get the notification. I did get the alert. We heard that LeBron left the game early, and then a report came out that he left because of a sore ankle. The Lakers do play a back-to-back tomorrow, and they happen to be playing the Denver Nuggets. So this is going to be an interesting scenario. Does LeBron play in a back-to-back against the Denver Nuggets, a team that the Lakers are definitely fighting for, in the contention and fighting a playoff spot with, or does he sit out? If at this point in time, with LeBron missing uh, 5.5 weeks, and obviously, maybe his ankle is just not 100%. If his ankle is not 100% right now, if it's not back to what it was before he got injured, it ain't gonna be 100% before until the season's over with. Until we get an off season, and he gets a few months to rest. That's not good news for the Lakers. But I'm not gonna talk anymore on LeBron. It's just his second It's just his second game back. But it is what it is. The fact of the matter, it's just a second game back, and he left with a sore ankle. So you know, hmm, that's interesting, and it's definitely not good news. Like I talked about earlier, the rim protection and the situation with Andre Drummond. Um, Andre Drummond was kind of overhyped a little bit, guys. The media. I'm going to blame the media mostly, and I know I did my share of cheerleading to get Andre Drummond, but it wasn't because, well, at the time we did think the Lakers needed another big, but I didn't think that Andre Drummond was going to come and solve all of our problems. I'm more so cheerleaded to get Andre Drummond because I didn't want nobody else to get him. Shit, that was my thing. I wanted him to keep him away from other people. That was my opinion about it. But he's been here a month now. We know he did have the issue with the toenail and all that other silly stuff, but Andre Drummond's been here a month, and he's had some games where he puts up some nice lines or whatever. But I heard somebody say that this guy he puts up a lot of empty stats, and we got 9 more games, or after tonight, 8 more games to see what the outcome's going to be. But there might be some truth to that argument. There just might be some truth to that argument, but I'm not ready to say that just yet. But you know, I know I'm not the only one who notices how these opposing teams last night it was the Kings, and tonight it was the Sacramento Kings last night, and tonight it was the Toronto Raptors. They're not afraid of Andre Drummond. He got dunked. He's been dunked on several times in his Laker tenure. Uh, he's not a very proficient shot blocker. Uh, this is an interesting development. That's all I'll say about that, man. This is an interesting development. And then there's all the other issues with him defensively that need to be addressed. I saw him. I haven't heard him talk tonight, but the other night I heard him talk, man, and he says the Lakers gonna be all right, man. But I don't know, because right now that dude is suspect to me. That dude is suspect to me, and that leads me to my next little thing I want to talk about. I posted in the Lakers. Hold on, man, guy. Let's see. Posted in a couple of the Laker chat groups. Um, is it time to start Marcus All again? Because there's 9 games left in the season. Andre Drummond and Anthony Davis, to me, that's not enough time to figure that out to get it right. Do the Lakers need to consider starting Marcus All again? We know the Lakers and especially the fans weren't exactly thrilled with Marcus All and some of his performances earlier in the season. But let's just look at the facts of the matter here. With LeBron playing and AD out, that team was challenging. The team was, I believe, was in second place, and with probably within the next week or two, they were developing the chemistry. They were going to be challenging, man. They were at least going to be within a few games of first place in the West without Anthony Davis, and um, and that's with Marcus Gasol being a step slow and all these other things. But there's so many other things that he's capable of doing. He's probably one of the top IQ players on the team. Probably only second to maybe LeBron, and with his experience and everything. And I don't know, man. I'm right now. I am just not sold on Andre Drummond. And even though Gasol has some some shortcomings, at least he just doesn't fuck up on a regular. At least he doesn't make it a whole lot of mistakes. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Um, Tonight, since we're speaking of Gasol, we saw Andre Drummond and Montrez get in foul trouble, and Frank Vogel just refuses. He just refused to play Marcus Gasol. I just don't get it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he just went ahead and slid AD into the five, which is cool and everything, but I don't know, man. I know he said that he was going to be experimenting. Um, when look when Frank Vogel says he's experimenting, that's code for I'm not gonna I'm saving stuff for the playoffs. That's what he's really saying. Because I watched him and I see how he operates, and even going back to the last season, he is saving stuff for the playoffs. But right now it's looking pretty. Shit is looking suspect. But I know for a fact that he's saving stuff for the playoffs. But shit, hell, we gotta get there first. And anyway, that's just my observation. That's the last observation I got on this game tonight. It is what it is. It's still just one regular season game, and the Lakers are not out of it by no stretch of the imagination. But I got a question for you guys. A, a week or so ago, Markeith Morris, uh, he had a press conference and he was being asked about the Lakers and about them possibly playing in the playing tournament. And Keith was he was pretty straightforward and everything, and saying, "Look, the Lakers are not going to be in the playoff tournament. That's not going to involve the world champion LA Lakers." And he seemed to be pretty confident in that. But when you look at this team play right now, you know, I believe, let's say if the Lakers were to fall at least into sixth place, so seventh and eighth seed, they have to go into the play-in tournament. So as long as the Lakers fall in no lower than six, they won't have to be in it. But the teams who are not in the playoff tournament, I believe they get about 5 or 6 days off. While the tournament is going. I'm kind of torn and I'm kind of conflicted right now with the way this team is playing. I'm not so sure that the Lakers having to go into the playing tournament is a bad idea. I know they could very easily fuck up, lose a game or two, and then it'll be it. I know that. But what I'm saying is this team's chemistry is severely lacking. And maybe it may do them some good to play in some back to the wall do or die games. In the end, it will just end up being more time on the court for them together. Maybe that might be a good thing, but in the end, I this is a veteran laden team, so I will still say that the more rest, the better. So they need to avoid that, especially with um, this thing that came up tonight with LeBron and his ankle. And like I said earlier, this ain't gonna go away overnight with LeBron and his ankle. He's gonna deal with this the rest of the season. And it just might be, it just might look like they say, Father Time is undefeated, and it just might be a situation to where he just hasn't had enough time to fully recover. And with his age, it just takes longer to recover. And shit, that's just the way it is. Damn, it sucks, but it's just the way it is. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Anyway, guys, do me a favor. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. We're moving closer and closer to the milestone of getting this channel and this platform monetized. We're getting very close to the subscriber count, and I want to thank you guys and appreciate you guys for hanging in there, listening to me. This has been a roller coaster season again for the Lakers. It's not over yet, but this road is going to be a little bit tougher, a lot tougher, oh hell of a lot tougher this season. En route to our next championship, it's gonna be a bit different this season, guys. We'll see what we'll see what developments happen. But there's certainly more drama to come left in this season. Anyway, this is your boy ACLA Sports Live. I'll wrap with y'all later. Somebody hit that outro.